Okay, Hasbro Pulse Con 2022. I tuned into this live stream a little late. I shouldn't be making this video anyway because I got called in for a midnight shift, unfortunately. It's 4 o'clock where I am. Oh, gosh. I'm making this anyway because I've been waiting years for 6-inch Indiana Jones figures. Maybe not like continuously, but, you know, with the hype of this movie eventually coming out. And I think like months ago, I heard that they were, you know, doing Indiana Jones again for the Hasbro stuff. I got really hyped for the potential of 6-inch figures. And sure enough, we have 6-inch figures here called the Adventure Series, the Indiana Jones Adventure Series. And if you're looking here, first image, of course, they showed off Indiana Jones first. Very happy that they did that. Very cool looking figure here. It's going to come with a pistol, going to come with a whip, of course, looking really great. I don't remember if they said the hat was removable. I was tuning in to the live stream on and off, so I was a little preoccupied, unfortunately. Man, I really wanted to watch this live stream in full attention, but things just got in the way. But here's the figure in hand that they were showing off. It looks really good. The whip looks really good. The only thing is, I don't know what's going on with the torso. The torso looks a little weird, but I'll have to wait and see some more images. And there's some more images on Hasbro Pulse Instagram there. A bunch of different hands. And they also have some, you know, the idol there and then a curled up whip. So, oh, that's really sick. And it has weapon storage too. Next, they're making Toht. Very cool. Pretty major character in Raiders of the Lost Ark. You can see it has a removable hat right there. All these figures have brand new tooling, completely different bodies. Looks like we're going to have the digital face printing on each of these figures to get the actor's likeness really well. This figure, as you can see, you can put the hat on. And you also have the pistol right there, looking really nice. Also, it looks like we have a lot of single joint, like in the elbows and knees, unfortunately. So I think they're kind of borrowing what they do with the Black Series line. And, you know, they have pretty deep cuts there so to where they almost work like double joints. But, you know, technically it is still pinless. So there you go. And then Toht. He comes with a trench coat there, looking really cool. A hand with the burned Staff of Ra sigil on there, and a melting face. That was really sick to see that they weren't going to shy away and give us a melting face. That's awesome. Next, we're going to get Sallah. Very cool looking, you know, in his desert attire. This is a very nice looking figure. And there's not much that's going to come with this figure, unfortunately, but it's still really good looking. It comes with a rope, as you can see. And then this image here, they have in-hand images. That also comes with the shovel. I don't think any of these figures come with a Staff of Ra, though, I just realized. So that's kind of a bummer. This figure would have been perfect for that. I could be wrong, and they said, you know, maybe one. I don't remember. But, you know, everything that they've shown off here, that's like, you know, that's what you're going to get. So it seems like Indy's the most worthwhile so far because of all the stuff he comes with, and he should be because he's, you know, the star of the line. But I do think getting us a 6-inch scale Staff of Ra would have been nice. It would have been perfect for Sallah because he was helping in that scene when they were looking for the room for this with that they used the staff in. Anyway, next up we have Belloq, looking really nice, and this is towards, you know, the end of the film in that appearance. I don't remember what they said, if, you know, that piece around his neck on his chest too can be removable. It looks like it. I'm not entirely sure, but he also has a separate staff there. This figure looks really good. In hand, also looking really nice. And all those details and patterns. I mean, yeah, it looks like it's going to be a little bit hindered to the articulation just because of the skirt piece, but the fact that there is a lot of like new tooling in this line, it seems like they're borrowing. Some of the people working on this line are from Black Series as well as some other stuff with Hasbro. It seems like they borrowed from Black Series an articulation scheme as well as face printing, and then kind of like Ghostbusters too. You know, just this seems a bit like a one-off, and eventually it won't continue. Unlike Marvel and Black Series, unfortunately. But hey, Belloq, again, looking really nice. And if they're borrowing from those previous lines that did pretty well, I think that this is going to turn out nice. Marion. I'm sorry I rambled a little bit there. I just want to get my thoughts out there. Marion here looks really nice. We got the monkey too. And she is in her outfit when she was in Cairo. Looking really nice. And we also have the in-hand image of the figure here They did face printing on all these characters, including the monkey accessory. That's cool. I didn't know if that was supposed to be necessary, but hey, that's pretty cool. She also comes with a pan there too. So really digging that. So after, all revealing all those 5 figures that's just going to be in wave 1, they revealed the packaging for the Indiana Jones Adventure series, and this is the windowless packaging. There's no plastic on here. However, they designed this box really nice. It's a big rectangle, and just the figure on there, yes, it's a digital render, but like the font of Indiana Jones on there, the character's name and the version of the character on there, as well as you could see like Harrison Ford in the background, like the map detailing on all that, looks fantastic. If you look on the left of the packaging there, you can see they're going to be doing something like with Marvel Legends, build an artifact, which I actually don't hate that idea. I guess they were just, how are we supposed to get the Ark of the Covenant out there? And their best idea was to do a Build-A-Figure series of sorts. When we get more figures, they said they're going to do more artifacts. I'm wondering, I can't even think right now what there'd be. It's been a while since I've seen those movies, but Raiders of the Lost Ark is my favorite films of all time, so I'm here for it. Staff of Ra, why I called the Staff of Ra. I just said it was one of my favorite films of all time, and then I just said that. Wow. Ark of the Covenant looks fantastic. Each piece of the Ark comes separately with each figure, then you put them all together, and it's a functioning Ark of the Covenant. All those details, the gold on there, yes, it's a digital render, but it does look really, really good. I'm really hoping it's executed well. All 5 figures standing here, so that way you have an idea of what the scaling is going to be like. So this is a pretty big thing. They could have easily done this in like a 2-pack and charged a certain amount. I'm guessing these are going to be like $25 figures. If these are like $30 figures, that's going to be crazy. $25 figures, I believe. We won't know until like 6 o'clock Eastern today, because that's when the pre-orders drop. So that thing is really, really big. And they can you can opens up. You could hold the actual Ark. I think that's really cool. There's empty space in the Ark, so you could put stuff in there. Toy photographers are going to probably put some lights in there for the ending scene, and that's going to be a lot of fun, I can tell. I'm going to have a ball with these figures. So, yes, I'm fully aware that these are going to be pretty expensive figures, and you're probably going to drop well over, after tax and shipping, shipping varies, like $130, $140 on the whole, assuming they're $25 each. You're going to be dropping a lot for these figures. I think it's worth it, even if I just do the only one series here. I'm hoping eventually we'll get some like army builders of like German soldiers. I mean, that might be a little bit hard to do just because they are literal Nazis. They would have to brand those not like that. But they could do a bunch of different characters throughout the other films, of course. So can't wait to see what goes on there. Really quickly, because I wasn't the most impressed by these, but these still have a place for some collectors, so I'm not going to knock it. Retro style Indiana Jones with 5 POA. It does have a spring action for raising the arm that has the gun in it. That's cool. And the retro style packaging there is really sick. So they did say that they have items for the Indiana Jones line for kids, adults, and role-playing items. Speaking of which, the first one they revealed is the Staff of Ra headpiece, which I think it looks really cool, but I was a little underwhelmed by. I thought this would have been a perfect opportunity to do the idol. Just like, I know it's going to be very basic. There's not going to be much to it, but just the idol from the beginning of Raiders of the Lost Ark would have been really, really sick to see. Maybe they will do it eventually. The idea behind this, though, this headpiece, I do wish they did an entire Staff of Ra. It would have seemed more worth it. I don't know what the price is again, but this has light up features. When you put it in the correct slot, which I believe is the middle there, it will light up. It has metallic finishes, lots of movie accurate details. Again, I just wish it was an actual staff. So, there's some stuff here that I think is decent and not entirely for me, but the rest of that wave that they showed off is really, all that is really great looking. If I don't get any of the other figures, which I doubt that, I do think I'm going to get all of these, I am totally going to get Indiana Jones if I have to prioritize. I'm very, very excited to finally have a 6-inch Indiana Jones figure in my collection. I know a lot of people are too. We're going to have to wait and see in the spring, close to spring of 2023, when they announce some more stuff and when these figures drop in stores. And then they also kept saying Hasbro Pulse is going to have some stuff at 6 o'clock. It seems like there's going to be limited quantities at first when this launches. That's why I was a little confused if this was like a Pulse exclusive type thing, but I do believe this is retail releases, because they also mentioned in the live stream that they're working on different products in the 6-inch line, including exclusive. So that makes me think that there's going to be different kinds of exclusives throughout this whole line. Anyway, leave your thoughts down in the comments below what you think about these new reveals, if you dig them, if you don't. I'm going to try to do a video on the Black Series stuff, but I really need to get to bed, unfortunately. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. Thanks for watching. See you guys later.